Argent Bank has been a part of banking in this area since 1910. Hello, I'm Randy Howard, president of Argent Bank. We are a community bank owned and managed by people who live and work in the communities where we do business. We are large enough to provide the latest in banking services, but small enough that we never lose sight of our ties to the communities we call home. Our commitment to you remains as it was when our bank opened in 1910. We look forward to serving you now and into the future.
Take 3.
Argent Bank has been a part of banking in this area since 1910. Hello, I'm Randy Howard, president of Argent Bank. We are a community bank owned and managed by people who live and work in the communities where we do business. We are large enough to provide the latest in banking services, but small enough that we never lose sight of our ties to the communities we call home. Our commitment to you remains as it was when our bank opened in 1910. We look forward to serving you now and into the future.
This is Warren Harang, Jr. You heard about the attempts to move the parish seat from Thibodeau. I will fight to keep the parish seat in the city where it belongs. This is another issue which needs our total cooperation. I will also ask McDermott to keep its operation here, even though it is located in another parish. Many of their employees live in Thibodeau, and we want them to stay.
Paid for by Warren Harang, Jr.
Let's face it, Thibodeau has lost many businesses in the past few years. This is Warren J. Harang, Jr., and in the coming 4 years, we have to work to bring more business to Thibodeau to provide the jobs for our young people. I have plans that will make Thibodeau prosper again. We can do it together when you elect me as your mayor. I've served before, and the city has grown. Let's do it again.
Sponsored by Warren J. Harang, Jr.
When you ask the people of Thibodeau about problems facing the city, they'll often say the need for jobs, poor streets, and drainage, and the police department that has lost its pride. This is Warren J. Harang, Jr., and I've dedicated to bringing jobs, good streets, and drainage, and a police department that will efficiently perform their duties. Help me to get it done. Together, we can make things happen when you elect me as your mayor.
Paid for by Warren J. Harang, Jr.
This is Warren J. Harang, Jr. Ask yourself this question. Can Thibodeau city government operate more efficiently? As your mayor, I will work to reduce taxes while streamlining city government. Imagine what a few more dollars in your pocket can mean to our economy. Help me to get it done. Together, we can make things happen when you elect me as your mayor.
Paid for by Warren J. Harang, Jr.
Well, man, it's that time of year again. You mean football season, Coach? No, son. I mean, it's time for a new game from the Louisiana Lottery. What's that got to do with us, Coach? What's the matter with you, son? You want to spend your life sitting on the sidelines? There comes a time in every man's life when he has to stand up and be counted, when he has to get into the game. Unfortunately, you guys are pitiful and are destined to go 0-10 this season. That's why I'm suggesting you play First and 10, a new scratch game from the Louisiana Lottery.
All you have to do is scratch off the play area. If all 4 downs add up to 10 yards or more, you can win up to $2,500 instantly or entry into the $1 million super draw.
So on 3, what do you say we sneak out the back exit and save your old coach from a lot of embarrassment?
But, Coach, I think we can beat these wimps.
I thought you might. That's why I brought your opponent's team photo.
First and 10. Just like real football, but not as dangerous. Walt response.
Paid for by Mike Foster for governor.
Let's examine politician Buddy Romer's political smear on Mike Foster.
Romer's attack, outrageously untrue. On abortion, Mike Foster voted for the strongest anti-abortion law in the history of our state. Buddy Romer promptly vetoed this law as governor. The record shows it. Romer knows it. In 1987, Romer promised he was pro-life, but when he won, he became pro-abortion. Now Romer claims to be pro-life. The record shows it. Romer knows it. Mike Foster voted to stop politicians from getting state contracts. The record shows it. Romer knows it. Mike Foster has used his own money to pay for his campaign. Mike Foster fought to stop gambling contributions, but Romer took tens of thousands of dollars from gambling interests while he was governor. The record shows it. Romer knows it. Romer handpicked Senator Larry Bankston as his floor leader while he was governor. The record shows it. Romer knows it. On retirement, Mike Foster paid for his military retirement and still doesn't take it. The record shows it. Romer knows it. Buddy Romer, so smart, he thinks he can fool us again.
When you're looking fine, shop when you want your clothes to be right, 'cause you look your best when you have been dressed at Saadi's Haberdashery. When you have been dressed at Saadi's Haberdashery.
The highest quality Colombian blend coffees can come straight to your office. Just call Southern Coffee Service at 1-800-879-3441. You make your selections from medium, between, and dark roast coffees. Even New Orleans style decaf and pure, along with coffee and chicory. Southern Coffee Service brings everything: the machine, sugar, and cream, even the cups and holders. For your office or plant, call Southern Coffee Service at 1-800-879-3441. Louisiana-owned and operated, Southern Coffee Service brings your office or plant only the finest Colombian blend coffee, the freshest medium, between, and dark roast coffee, even New Orleans style decaf and pure, along with coffee and chicory. You decide. They deliver. Southern Coffee Service brings everything: the machine, sugar and cream, cups and holders. For your office or plant, Southern Coffee Service delivers. Call 1-800-879-3441.
We've got NBC News next. State and local news to follow with Don Graham and Jacqueline Brinkley. This is KTIB, Thibodaux, Homa. NBC News is coming up, and state and local news is on the way with Don Graham. This is KTIB, Thibodaux, Homa. NBC News is coming up, and state and local news is on the way with Jacqueline Brinkley. This is KTIB, Thibodaux, Homa. NBC News is coming up, and state and local news is on the way with Darren Fawn. This is KTIB, Thibodaux, Homa. NBC News is coming up, and state and local news is on the way with Peter Benoit. This is KTIB, Thibodaux, Homa. NBC News is coming up, and state and local news is on the way with Sherry Hendricks. This is KTIB, Thibodaux, Homa. NBC News is coming up, and state and local news is on the way with Billy Pete. This is KTIB, Thibodaux, Homa. Hope I helped you out, guys. Thanks for everything.
At Thibodaux Regional Medical Center, we're centered on growth. In fact, we've grown to become a healthcare leader in South Louisiana. And we're also centered on technology, with a full range of advanced medical procedures. But most importantly, we're centered on health. providing all the care your family needs right here close to home. Thibodeau Regional Medical Center, the center of health for South Louisiana.
We live in a wireless world where information travels at the speed of light, where technology is changing on a daily basis. There's a lot going on out there. And cable TV from Charter Communications can help you keep track of it all. Cable TV is your window to the world. It's an endless source of news, information, and education. And Charter Communications can bring it all home, providing you crystal clear reception. Major box office hits as well as local news and weather. Plus, you can get cable on more than one set in your house for about the same cost as on just one TV. And installation is guaranteed to be on time. To get connected to the world, get connected to cable TV from Charter Communications, a wired world company.
Spot one.
You deserve the best, and when you think of the best in air conditioning, you think about A&G Refrigeration. A&G has a Amana with all copper tubing. Amana also has high-efficiency systems, which saves on your utility bills and leaves something extra for yourself. So buy the best from the best. A&G Refrigeration, located at 902 Jackson Street, or call us at 446-6256.
Don't just decorate your home this holiday season. Give your home a fresh new look that will last. From A&H Paint and Floor Covering. A&H Paint has just received a new floor from Armstrong that offers you inlaid color construction, the ease of a urethane wear layer, and today's most fashionable colors at a value price. This new floor is Fundamental Solarium. And the beauty of Fundamental Solarium is that it offers you the depth and richness of color that you can find only in an inlaid colored floor at a value price. Fundamental Solarium offers you versatile, simple patterns that you'll find easy to decorate with. And the color selection features all of today's most popular decorator colors that will complement your other selection. Come into A&H Paint today and let one of our professionals show you the new Fundamental Solarium line and all of our Armstrong inlaid color floors. Decorating your home this holiday season is fun and easy with Fundamental Solarium and A&H Paint Thibodeau, your decorating center for the holidays.
A cabin up north. Just me, my wife, and fishing. Whatever you do,
Now, I won't just vegetate.
or don't do when you retire, start saving with U.S. savings bonds. They're backed by the full faith and credit of the United States and guaranteed to grow. No work, no boss.
No responsibility.
Save for retirement where you work or bank with U.S. savings bonds. The easy way to save, the safe way to invest.
U.S. savings bonds.
It's getting close to lunch.
I can't wait. Why? Because I'm going to Savoie's Louisiana Cooking. From the list of daily lunch specials to Savoie's super variety of sandwiches, from club sandwiches to po' boys, to Savoie's full menu of delicious mouth-watering steaks and succulent seafood, all prepared to perfection, nothing compares to Savoie's for lunch. Hey, why don't you do yourself a favor and enjoy a great lunch today at Savoie's Louisiana Cooking, West Tunnel Boulevard, Homa. Savoie's, they're cooking it up right for you.
If you were headed out on an automobile trip, you wouldn't leave home without a road map, would you? Of course not. So planning for your financial future is pretty serious business, too. And most of us could use some help finding our way. Tom Hassel of J.Thomas Hassel Company knows the way. Whether it's estate planning or planning for your retirement or making certain that there's enough money for your child's education, Tom Hassel can get you where you need to be. You see, Tom really knows financial planning, and he takes your financial well-being very seriously. Tom will sit down with you, find out your needs, and construct a financial plan specifically for you. Yes, Tom Hassel can guide you down the road to financial independence and make sure you don't make even the first wrong turn. Call Tom Hassel at 800-259-9881. Tom Hassel, a chartered financial consultant and your representative for the nationally syndicated radio program Talking Money, heard right here on KTIB.